finally doing it, guys. We are doing the long awaited, like, oh my gosh, how long has it been? Whew. We are doing the long awaited gear review, gear tour slash look at all the gear. Oh my gosh. This is essentially me going through my gear collection, what my service dog in training wears whenever. I have a number of pieces. Originally, I had put off this gear review for so long because I had sold all of Peak's gear pretty much, except for a few like sentimental pieces. And Palace, her gear was on and off, and I was always going through it to find whatever worked for her gear shyness. And I finally have like a collection of gear that is pretty consistent that I have, except I was like, oh, I don't have enough to do a gear review. I don't have enough to do a gear tour. And then I suddenly got in a shipment of gear, and now I have too much gear to show you in a short amount of time. So let's just jump into it. So my goal is going to be to show you all the gear and do it in a timely manner. So I'm going to start with my largest collection, like more so by store if I can. So we can just go in segments and I can show you each part of it as we go. Okay, so starting with my most used slash biggest collection, and what I find the most useful are my Biothane products. These are, it's like a material that is not leather, is not plastic, but it's very sturdy and it's water resistant, pretty easy. It's really easy to clean. You just need like a wet wipe. Very nice, very sturdy, and it just works really well with my dogs, especially with Dino Dog Gear, because they have a layer of, they can add padding, which just helps it not rub against the fur so much. I've never had an issue with my Biothane rubbing against my dog's fur, mostly because I think Dino puts so much work into their padding and everything, but I really like them. So I'm going to show you the harnesses. I have a few collars. These harnesses will have their guide handles attached for me to show them to you. I'm not currently using those guide handles because Puchita is too young, but they did come with the harnesses, or I ordered them with the harnesses so I would have it all together. So the one I'm gonna show you first is this Christmas one, which I just think is really fun. This is what it looks like. So it is a straight front. It says Service Reindeer. Oh my God, festive but focused. Heck yeah. It is this color is, I believe, like their cobalt blue, not cobalt, it's a blue. It's one of their silver blues, but it is such a beautiful color. It is so lovely. I have the double padded straight front, so it is layered over where there would be a gap, and it's got silver hardware, and the lining is like this fur, which is really nice. Again, I'm probably mostly going to be using this festively. Then I have this collar that matches it that says Service Reindeer. I absolutely love this set. It was a gift for Christmas, but it won't really work for Puchita till next Christmas, but I'm very excited for it. So that's our first one. Also, I also wanted to show, I got a matching leash with it that came with like the auction that my partner won for it. So I have the leash, and then this is an example. Sorry, it's a little dirty. I wiped off most of it, but not all of it. This is an example of one of their older products that I still really love. They have since updated the model, so it no longer works like this. I don't have a newer one to show you, but I do have one of their handle collars. Very nice, super nice quality, really sturdy, and I just really enjoy this handle collar a lot. Right, next we have pretty much my favorite one, and it's the only one without a matching collar actually right now, but it is my Valentine's Day harness, and all of this was custom designed by Dino Dog Gear. They came up with the whole design. They did the font, they did the hearts, they did the color match. The bows I already have, they're also Dino Dog Gear, but they're a great accessory to add to your harnesses. Again, this is what it looks like. I do have a pull strap. This is a Freckled Frog Gear pull strap attached at the moment. I have another pull strap coming in that I think will match it even better. But this is it. It's very lovely. As you can see with what I like about the straight fronts is that handle stays off the back, right? So it's really nice. It's super comfortable for the dog. And these are incredibly lightweight, which is another factor of why I love them so much. But I love this one. It is rose gold hardware, which I haven't done a rose gold hardware since Peak. So this was really special to me because Puchita's color is gold, but this rose gold is just so beautiful. Next, I have what is probably my favorite set. I mean, I love the Valentine's Day one, but this is like my classic you're going to work set. I do have the Jingle Bell collar. No, I'm not mad that I'm going to be using this all year despite it having jingle bells. It's beautiful. It's an incredible collar, and there's absolutely no way I'm not going to utilize this to the fullest. Then I have this beautiful harness. So I came up with the original idea and they tweaked it. So originally I had this entire saddle back as white, and they were like, no, I think the sage is going to look better. And then they did this custom gold designs, and you might be able to see on the side, it's like wings, which I think is beautiful. It's like being guided, little Icarus vibes. But I think this is just the most stunning harness. It's got white as its contrast color, but it's got, as you can see, the padding inside is black and we have gold hardware. I absolutely love it. It does match. Even though the padding in this is not black, it still plays with the white colors on it. I think this is such a beautiful set. So when I use it on Puchita, I'll be taking off the guide handle, and I believe somewhere I must have a sage freckled frog gear pull strap, and I will find it. Also, I have to show you this collar from Dino. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It is a custom collar for Patchouli, who is Patch. Patchouli is just his full name. This color combo, this dark purple with this very soft like lavender and the rose gold, and then the little rose. Oh, I love this collar. It is so beautiful. You can't really even see it on him right now because he's got such a fluffy neck. I adore this. This is art. I love it. Next one I want to show you guys is a shop called Sew What Co. I've been going there pretty regularly since I first joined the gear community. I like them because they have, so I like going to shops that make custom products, like where I don't have to have the full design. They are also just creative geniuses that will make the product like whatever I envision. Sew What Co does that beautifully. Though their slots are a bit harder to get, and though you have a bit of a wait time, I think if you plan out a Sew What Co set, there's no competing. It's really beautiful. So I'm going to show you a few of the patch sets I have. I have one cape, and then I have an old cape that I used to use for Peak, or I used for Peak once, and it's kind of a memorial cape, but I want you guys to see it because it's so beautiful. So to start, we have our little gingerbread. This is like, again, this goes with our whole Christmas theme. It goes with the Dino dog gear you saw. It is, as you can see, like this has such immense, beautiful detail on it. It is very lovely. It has zippers, so these are pockets in here. And this also has a spot where you can hide the strap once you've tucked it in. This is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cape. It looks lovely on, and it is so majestic. They fold up really easily. Again, super lightweight, not like icky on padding. And I believe if you have a poodle, they also have the lining of like a silk lining, so it definitely won't mess up their fur. Highly recommend. Was this Ditto set. I love it. It's a little, this is actually a Palace Ditto, but Peak rocked it, and this is a little bit too small for Mr. Can you imagine Puchita in this? It would be a little small. Oh, but this is a great example of that lining I was talking about, that satin, I'm sorry. So it doesn't mess up the poodle fur. Very nice add-on, very nice little detail. Again, this was all custom work, all their art, all their design. Love it. They were able to capture the theme while avoiding copyright. Love that. Love. I apologize, this is so dirty because it's my stuff and I use it a lot. But I got a custom treat pouch that went along with that set, as well as a leash wrap and like a little task tab that says like, I choose you, service dog, task trained service dog. Very cute. Absolutely love that stuff. And I also have this treat pouch as well from them. This is their larger edition treat pouch. I really like this one a lot. It's very easy to open, to maneuver, carries a lot of things, has the extra pocket, has a poop bag holder, has all the clips. I love this bag. One thing I love about Trinity at Sew What Co is that they always have niche little ideas. So they just really love the art of sewing and being creative and making things. So they've also done like little accessories. They've done bags, backpacks, treat bags, placemats, Everything you could customize for your dog, they have. And one of my most recent examples of this, which I really like, is I got Puchita, this like cold weather snood. It's very cute, very dirty. It's rugged now, but I love it. And it just says access required by law, service dog. Very cute. I will have this remade at some point, just with more colors, more options, because I love this. I think it's a great little option for us. And then I have the matching beanie, which says the future is accessible, which I love. It's backwards and like inside out right now. Actually, I have no idea. The future is accessible. I don't know how to hat right now, but the future is accessible, and I love that. This wrap isn't accessible to me at the moment because I can't figure it out. I also want to show you their patches. They do a lot. Like, this is what I would say they're like one of the most known for, is their patch sets. So this is one of their beautiful patch sets from this fall. Let's see, I have a few more. I have so many patches, but this is also a patch set by them. This is one of their OG patch sets from like Peak's first year and a half kind of vibe. And then I also have these Bonita patches from them, which I absolutely love. It just says like, I'm Bonita, don't touch me, I'm Bonita, I know I look Bonita. Like all the, if it's punny, Sewico has done a patch on it and it's wonderful. Next, I want to show you like these little one-off. So I don't have as many things in these shops, but I have a few items and I really like them, so I want to show you. So the first shop I want to show you is called Nook and Rook, I believe. I wonder if it's on here. Yeah, Nook and Rook. These are little medical ID wallets. As you can see, it's like on here. It can either Velcro, or you can use this and strap it onto your gear or your person. It opens and you have this little, I'm covering it because it's all my medical information, but you get a hard like not laminate, it's like metal, a metal medical card, and you can put all your other belongings in here as well. It's a nifty little wallet, just attaches to your dog. This is great because if you're unconscious or you can't communicate to medical professionals or someone who's there to help you in the midst of a medical episode, if this is on your dog or your person, they can access it, have your medical information, and be able to help you appropriately. So I really like these. I was really excited to invest in this because I just haven't seen anything like it, and I was like, I want that. I have too much shit to go on a medical band. I needed this. Next, I want to show you this set, which is like a whole set, but this is a Y-front slash cape. I know it looks massive. It's because it's for Puchita. It's a Y-front slash cape, which even, this is where I put the Nook and Rook right here, but it's also got a little ID card holder here that you could put like 88 cards in. But this is our One Tigress setup here. And what I love about this is I was able to customize it so much, add so many patches. I normally put a patch right here as well. But what I wanted to show off on here are these beautiful Baymax patches that are on here. These are from a shop called Bark on Duty. They're another creative shop that I absolutely love the work of and have just always had a great time with all of their services. So I really love them. So One Tigress and Bark on Duty, great shops. This harness and this Y-front and cape is actually incredibly affordable, incredibly like cost efficient in terms of like gear and how much a whole set can cost. I believe it was like 40 bucks on Amazon. Incredible, especially for how much it adjusts, how flexible it is. Just, it's a really great product. I really recommend that. Buzz Lightyear patches, and I even have a wrap somewhere. It's gone. It's in the abyss. I have a wrap somewhere, but I love my Buzz Lightyear patches. I love the leash wrap that goes with it. It was just a fun little custom set. I definitely know the base I want for it. Haven't gotten there yet, but I love this set. Absolutely adore it. These two, the Keep Your Paws Off, these came from an Etsy store back in the day when Etsy allowed service dog gear to be openly sold. And these two are from a shop that I don't think exists anymore. So sad day, but Bark on Duty, fabulous. I do want to see shops coming up with more patches that are uniquely shaped, right? Like we get so many circles and we get so many squares and we get so many rectangles. I want to see like flowers, hearts, medical symbols. I want all the shapes and I want to be extra. speaking of Bark on Duty, I get to show you two of my favorite things at once. So this is also all their work. This is their patches, their Valentine's Day patches I got last year with my beautiful Alpine dog harness. That was like my find of the year last year was Alpine dog. They make tactical harnesses, collars, like really nice, high quality, heavy gear that just works for so many different situations and in beautiful colors, because you get so many tactical sets and they're like black, camo, and maybe orange. This has like a sage green, a purple, a brown, a really pretty black, and just a few other different color schemes they have. And this also has rose gold hardware. I love it, and love that you can put a patch on the front. Again, Bark on Duty, Bark on Duty. Love these. This set, there's no question, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love this set. 10 out of 10. A go-to, easy to assemble, easy to put on, easy to switch patches. It's just a nice, clean set. 10 out of 10. Okay, next, it's a shame I do not have more from this shop at the moment. All their stuff I had was Peak's, and I have since sold it, or did sell it when Peak was still thriving, and I just didn't know. Not that any of the stuff would have fit Puchita, but I love the quality, and I do plan to get one of Peak's classic sets remade, but that shop is Dapper Dude, and I do want to show you some of their work. So even though I don't have one of their harnesses here, especially what they're known for, which are their arrowhead harnesses, which again, I highly recommend. I think they're beautiful, but I do have the chance to show you some of their embroidery work that I've recently gotten to have. I got a memorial cape for Peak, in honor of Peak. Sorry, that's a harder one to talk about, but I'm really excited to show it to you because this piece of gear means so much to me. It was inspired by the tarot card Strength, which I pulled after Peak's passing, and I just know Peak is looking after us, and so this is the cape. It is incredibly beautiful. They helped me collaborate on the design. The poodle Peak is actually drawn by Dino. That was a memorial piece Dino made for me, which it just makes it really, it makes it really special. All of this is really special and it means a lot to me. And so if I can give you guys a closer look at that design, it shows. And then on the side, it says Service Dog, Strength and Service. And up here it says Strength, and then it says Courage, Patience, Inner Strength, and Success. Those are the words that my tarot card embodies. And so I really love this. It's sturdy, good material. It's just really beautiful. And I'm really honored that Dapper Dude was willing to make such a touching piece for me, and I really appreciate it. In terms of touching pieces though, we also have this. They made, I'm gonna unclip this so you can see it. They made Puchita's vest. We did a trade and they made Puchita's character themed vest. So it has a little Puchita. It says all devils are born with a name. Then it says Puchita, do not distract. And then I have patches for Service Dog in Training and Service Dog. This, again, another beautiful set. It has a Dino Dog Gear bow on it. I also attach keychains to it to match. And then this is a Freckled Frog Gear pull strap. All my pull straps at the moment are pretty much Freckled Frog Gear, and they are the only pull strap I actively purchase from at the moment because texturally I know what I'm going to get. I like them. They are my favorite. So I added the blue one here, though I wish I had an orange, but it does look nice. So I'm down with it. I love this set. Very nice, very clean. The back, like as you can see, like the lining is really nice. The quality on these is superb. The embroidery is beautiful. It is crisp. It is clean. It is efficient. I love that. It's just beautiful. I think they are exceptional. And I think the last thing I want to show you guys is like my tried and true, and you can see here I have the Puchita pin, Akira Creations. I have the Akira Creations treat bag. I have the thigh bag that no longer has thigh straps because it's been like 2 years or a year and a half since I've owned this, and it has gone through hell. Now it is held up beautifully, but I just use my own belt like now instead of like the straps it came with. It's got multiple pockets. It is probably my most roomy treat pouch. It has the poop bag. It has an insulated section inside. I attach medical information. These emergency infos have my emergency like card, but like I just have emergency info all over my goddamn self. So, and then I have Puchita. But I love this. I think it works really well. Super nice. Really nice quality. I would really encourage, like if you're looking for a sturdy treat bag or a really roomy one, or you're looking for dog training like vests or anything, this is a great shop to check out. Highly recommend. Good quality. I want to purchase from it again. It's a bit, not that they're expensive for what they are, but it is a pricier purchase for treat bags. So all my treat bags are pretty pricey. That's why I just don't have an abundance of them. I like going for a good classic fanny pack. When in doubt, a fanny pack will always work. Hey guys, that's pretty much it in terms of gear. Holy heck, there's a lot. I hope some of that was informative to you. If it didn't help you choose what gear you might be interested in. Now, there are different options for everything I showed you. There are different customizations. You can get it to fit your dog, your theme, your preference, whatever. You can make it fit to your needs. These are for mine. That's how it's adjusted. But anyway, I'm a big fan of fun gear. If you think my gear is unprofessional and you don't love it, thank you for paying attention and watching the whole video. I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna keep getting fun gear. But I really had a fun time showing you guys, and I do have more plans. Like I have some fun plans and some fun shops I plan working with very soon. And I'm really excited to show you what the heck they are all like, because some of them I am trying for the first time too. I'm working with new designers, I'm working with new shops, which I am hesitant about doing a lot of the time. There's a reason I have like a select group of shops that I continue to repurchase from again and again and again. It's because they're reliable, they ship me the stuff I order, the wait times aren't ridiculous, and my communication with them is pretty good. These are all things you might find you have a different experience with. I know experiences can vary, so please go in with it with what I can tell you when ordering gear, especially custom gear, is go into it with patience and understanding that you're working with a small business. Read their terms and services, read their rules, make sure you are in the know for what is going on, know where you are within your rights. You are always allowed to reach out to communicate with them. You should never feel put down for communicating with your gear maker when you are making something so custom. So I really hope this helped you guys, especially with maybe coming up with your own sets. If you have cool sets or you have Instagram accounts where you show off your dog's gear, let me know in the comments below. I would love to check you guys out and see what gear you are rocking. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye, lovelies.